All right, howdy folks. Today is Saturday, September 20th. It is 2:31 p.m. And the temperature up here in East York is 16 degrees Celsius. We're about a kilometer away from the Leaside Bridge to the north. And just to the south is Greektown. But this stretch is Pape Village. Let me just make sure the audio and video are coming in okay. And the temperature up here. All seems good. Marge is here. Yogi is here. Gertej, Lee, Chowdhury, John Burke, Lorene Clark, Jeffrey Wu, Leander, Zach McNally, Gertej, Jillian, Famaster 2000, I'm sure I said that wrong. But I had to come into this area today, and I just did a video going through the Pape Village block party, which is just to the south of here. But since we're up here, we might as well walk through it again. Sorry for the double coverage. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to join into the chat and join into the Best Damn community here on YouTube, or at least in Toronto, don't doubt that for a second. You do have to be subscribed to the channel if you want to jump into the chat, but it doesn't cost you anything, and everyone is super friendly. Nobody bites. Greetings, Mosin. Sorry, it's a little hard to see the screen sometimes. Wow, that's a very, very loud drive-through. You can hear everything. It almost sounds like you're at a carnival, and those are the people that announce the games. Hey, Medano is here. Bobby Kimball says, I would go nuts living in that boring country. I'd love to hear where you live. If it's the country to the south of the border, you have maybe one city in the whole country that can even hold a candle to this one in terms of not being boring. But hey, if you're stupid and you know it, you're still welcome to the chat. So welcome to the chat, Bobby. And this is East York. So we're gonna head through the festival, hopefully not pick up a copyright violation. There's a few cover bands playing through here. And this might be the last street festival of its kind this summer, as the summer itself only has about a week left. There's a number of vendors, some bouncy castle action. Compared to some of the other festivals, like the Polish one in Roncesvalles I went through, This one's going to be a bit on the tame side. Alex says today was cold. Yeah, 16 degrees. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, it was what, 27 when I live streamed? I'm actually wearing jeans today. But we'll just cruise through the festival and then I'll make a decision which way to go when we get to Danforth. Or possibly Gerrard. I just wanted to get out and do a live stream. I normally stream Fridays, but I took that off. But we did get a stream in on Saturday, or Thursday at least. Hey, the Toronto Police doing a cookout. Good stuff. Fresh prep. Well, they gotta pay for the festival somehow. There's a lot of live music here. This band is just taking a break, obviously.
So it's $5 for that little pencil.
Hey, Johnny, any spots to charge e-bikes downtown? I wouldn't know, to be honest with you. If you have your charger, there's plenty of spots. If you don't have your charger, you'd have to be a lot more resourceful.
Yeah.
K-Day loan, predatory loans. Wouldn't be my choice of sponsorship, but hey, if it helps fuel the festival. Hey, Brad Palmer's here. Lorraine says, thank you, Johnny. You missed your old stomping grounds. Well, this is an area that's been kind of devastated by Ontario Line construction. Thousand Variety was impacted. I think this whole block at one point was blocked off. This sounds like Greek music. All right, we got a performer here.
Wait, I'm not finished yet.
Still not finished?
That's it.
All right.
So I'm gonna be famous.
You're live right now, yeah.
I'm live.
Yeah, you're live.
So, what do you have to say?
I got nothing.
You want me to say something
Yes.
crazy?
Sure.
The whole world's gonna see.
As long as it's not offensive.
You know what I'm saying is we need Canada. We need Trump here. Canada is shithole. Is a left-wing liberal government. We need tough laws. We need Trump.
You want a
I like
dictator?
Trump.
Good job.
What?
Let's bring a dictator in. Sure, that'll be great.
Here we go. Yeah,
let's,
a lefty here. You're a lefty. You see that shit, Canada? What mean dictator?
Yeah.
Give me a good reason. What he has done.
You want to lose your freedom of speech? Bring that fucking idiot here, right?
Oh, you see, that's what happened.
This guy's a fucking nut. He's calling me a lefty? What a fucking nut. It's got nothing to do with that. I literally said as long as it's not offensive. And he goes right off. Anyways. This guy is bad, you know, Facebook. Maybe we should make that a YouTube short.
We'll come back in 30 minutes for more music for you. Thank you very much.
Jillian says, what an idiot. Hey, it's good entertainment. That went 0 to 100 fast. That guy's on TikTok. Maybe he knew I was live and tried to set himself up. Oh well, you want to be an idiot? You can be an idiot. There's a bouncy castle. Greetings, Mohammed. Exactly, Billy T. Damn them. So I read that there was going to be like hot rods and classic cars here, but I didn't see anything other than these here. Alex says he's a whack job.
They're a runner?
So this is a pretty short festival. We are almost through it. The video I recorded is only about 20 minutes or so. Alright, I gotta mute this, unfortunately. Sorry about that, guys. Just avoiding having the stream taken down in 100 different territories. Hey, we got a steel drum band. I wish they were playing. So I passed through this festival earlier and took my sweet time getting through it. So you'll see that on the channel in a future video, probably Monday or Tuesday. I don't really know. Greetings, Kevin Hawthorne, Howard Charco. Cheers, Johnny Strides and Mods in chat. What am I going to get up to after going through the festival? I don't know. We're going to go south. And when we get to Danforth, make a decision. This wasn't on my bingo card, but when I had to come up to this area today, or over to it, I looked up where I remembered this festival was taking place, so I wanted to check it out. Alex says that guy called me a lefty. I don't know, is that an insult? And I'm not in extreme anything. When people use language like that, it's pretty indicative of them having a low IQ. I would bet the farm on it. You could count that guy's IQ on one hand, I bet. People using terms like, oh, you're a pinko, you're a this or that. Yeah, that's really how intelligent people talk. Go on, sir. Broadview French Montessori School. You can certainly hear that festival booming from quite a distance. Hey, it's #1 Chinese restaurant. This is Salmon Avenue. So we are no longer in East York. At least I don't think we are. Hey, that looks new. The Greek Canadian Senior Citizens Club, or at least the facade is new. Gertej, you have to make another YouTube account. Sorry, you had to go through that?
Yeah, I know.
I think you had some copyright notices from some movie studios. Any thoughts on last night's game? Oh, I tuned out when it was 10-0. Scherzer was throwing meatballs. And the umpires were absolutely not helping him out at all. A clear as day strike was called ball 4. Next batter, home run. Stuff can snowball pretty fast when you're off your game. And you get really frustrated like that. I think they would have got their clock cleaned anyways. I'm not blaming the game on that terrible excuse for umpiring. But it certainly doesn't help. It's no surprise Schneider got kicked out. And the pitching coach got kicked out. A couple of position players ended up pitching. Oh well, the Yankees lost, the Tigers lost. All they got to do is win today to get back on track, and they're still comfortably in the driver's seat. But I guess they have a Max Scherzer problem. Do you even keep him on the playoff roster at this point? Maybe as an innings eater in the bullpen? I don't really know. Denture clinic. Lorene says worst game ever. Hey, a 20-1 loss is the same as a 1-0 loss or a 20-19 loss. And teams typically bounce back after getting embarrassed like that. Canadian girl only gets to watch the Jays when they play in Boston. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai free trial. Special deals for new members. Good bases for mixed martial arts right there. Learn both. Usually you have some form of wrestling or jiu-jitsu or sambo for your ground game, and Muay Thai or kickboxing for the stand-up. Johnny, have you ever visited India? No. If I get the chance to, I will. We are walking south down Pape Avenue towards Danforth. Crossing over to the shady side of the street. And happy belated birthday to Mr. Continuum. I think he had a good stream last night. He did a push-up challenge. He got a lot of support as well. Kudos to you guys. Marge says Max is old. Well, he ain't getting younger. Brad Palmer says Bobby is absolutely amazing and you're having so much fun teaching him how to play fetch. And he's so fluffy. Bobby is their new bundle of joy. Oh, this breeze is nice. Howard Charco, yeah, I was reading about that. Hopefully Line 6 can get open soon. It's kind of sad Line 6 is going to open well before Line 5. Also, why do we call it Line 6? It's an above ground LRT. Basically a streetcar with its own dedicated right-of-way. You don't call the 510 Spadina a line number or the Queens Quay streetcar. Light rail in the form of a tram, like what they're using on Line 6, is a lot closer to a streetcar than it is to a subway. Hey, initials WC, thank you. I will not try to pronounce and butcher your name on this, but I appreciate the kind words. We are at Lytton Avenue, and because of the construction at Pape Station, the buses all board from the street here. Creates a bit of a bunching situation. Lisa says mural by Old Hughes. What, the Swiss Chalet mural? Who painted that one, Lisa? Mohammed's been watching me since 11K subs. Well, thank you, Mohammed. We're nearing the big 140. We'll get there soon.
I'm standing outside my restaurant.
Yeah, this was the first place.
I don't know why that guy just parked on the sidewalk. Lisa says might have been scam, might have been AI as well. All right, so you're going to see that same walk in reverse in much higher quality posted in a few days. Wing Zero says, welcome to Earth and Toronto. You've been watching my outer space exploration streams for years. Well, thank you, Wing Zero. Soon 200K. No, 200K is a long way away. I never really had that viral or exploding moment that a lot of YouTubers get. It's been a very slow and steady climb ever since I started subscriber-wise. There's been a few pops, like on a New Year's stream, which ends up getting well over 100,000 views. We'll get a nice little boost. That CP24 and CBC coverage gave it a nice little boost too, but other than those, only a few time a year events, it's a pretty slow and steady process. And YouTube sheds a lot of subscribers too. I've probably lost about 50,000 accounts that are dormant, accounts that are duplicate, anything it suspects to be a bot gets shed. I've had days where I've lost a few hundred subscribers just because YouTube's done some purging of the accounts. It's very normal, actually. Is Swiss Chalet considered Canadian fine dining? It's Canadian. I don't know about fine dining. I had St. Hubert's or St. Hubert when I was in Quebec, and I think I prefer that. Sometimes it's just luck, but their chicken hasn't shrunken 100% like Swiss Chalet chicken has. That's correct, Darren. But for all intents and purposes, calling line 6 on Finch wouldn't be a whole lot different from calling the Spadina streetcar a line number. Is anyone watching English Premier League soccer tomorrow? I do not follow that. I think in the States you have to watch it on Fubo TV. And they have a pending merger with Disney. There's a few pending mergers that Disney is trying to stay on the happy side of the US government. That's one of the reasons why Kimmel was nuked. They want that Fubo merger to go through. That's one of two mergers. Hey, there's a nice car. Yogi had to do a 5K charity run in the pouring rain today. Hopefully you held up. I'll never forget the 10K I did that I didn't even know I signed up for, and was extremely hungover and had no sleep. That one was really cool. It started in the former Olympic Stadium in Seoul, the very track where Ben Johnson briefly set the world record. I ran into a few convenience stores on that run to buy Gatorade, even though they had water stations set up. Just reading some of your messages. Please make one more financial district video. Well, I'm sure by the end of the year there'll be one or two more of those for sure. This might be one of the last weekends where you see people out on the patios. We are in Greektown. If you're getting deja vu, you're not crazy. I live streamed here about a month ago, I think. Here's the Alexander the Great Parquet. Sounds of Greektown. What do we have? It's September 20th, the Vincent Wolf Quartet. Unfortunately, they're not doing their thing right now. Patricia, glad you're enjoying it. Welcome to the stream. And thank you to all 340 some odd of you so far who have tuned in. I consider doing a walk along the Beltline. I've done those in the past. I think the best time to do them is in the fall when the leaves are changing colors. So I'll probably go back. I've done a Beltline live stream before as well. You can start at Mount Pleasant and head all the way over to around Dufferin. With a brief detour through North Forest Hill. Oh, I am regretting wearing my jeans today. Mez's, very popular local spot. Johnny, you're married? Negative? Yeah, scratch. Something around my eye. My sunglasses were giving me an itch. You're moving to Canada in August. You're not liking the UK. Well, welcome in advance. I quite liked my time in the UK. I've got family over there. Leander, a member for 19 months. Thank you for all the wonderful Toronto videos. Johnny, can't wait to visit the city again someday. Well, thank you for 19 months of channel membership. Holy cow, that's quite a lot. Thank you so much, Leander. Glad you appreciate the videos. Turned out to be a really nice day. The forecast said it would be a bit on the cold side today. A lot of Greek food. Here's a very curious subway sign. It's not very official looking. But all the subway stations along Danforth are about half a block to the north because they built it parallel to Danforth using a cut and cover method. That way they didn't have to tunnel under Danforth, but they did have to expropriate a shit ton of houses to build it. Peter Bradfield, 199, thanks for some early fall colors. Hotlanta here. Peter Bradfield. Thank you for the super chat and the support, Peter. Hope you're doing well over in Hotlanta. I've mentioned it before, but I had an uncle that moved to Atlanta. This says an edition by the locals or maybe the BIA. But it doesn't look like it's the doings of the TTC or Metrolinx. And once again, the person I know does not appear to be working at that bookstore. I always look in there every time I walk by. And what's funny is one time she was standing there and a male coworker was next to him, and I knocked on the door or on the window and waved, and the guy who didn't know me at all started waving back and smiling. And the girl I know just started laughing. Like, he's knocking for me.
In that case, the wheels are always on the ground.
We'll let this guy turn. Book sale inside, books for kids.
Dude.
Inside the Eastminster United Church. Greetings Square. What's this guy doing? Just wearing a suit, listening to tunes, walking backwards on the sidewalk. Nothing to see here. I believe that church is turning into a condo. They haven't just gutted it, they've knocked most of it down.
I just realized that you're using the exact same.
I think we might be in store for some rainy ass weather tomorrow. Derek C., good Saturday afternoon to you as well. Johnny B says spaced out. Hey, we've all been there. I space out constantly when I'm at home. When am I going to Niagara Falls? I don't know. That's a good question.
So you just miss there?
By the end of the year, for sure. Greetings, Jeff Kennedy. Beautiful day. It is. What's Google saying the weather is? It's still saying, I don't know. Well, it just went up to 17. It was saying 16. I'll probably get around to doing a night live stream next week. It's been a while since I've done one. Subway, $1 coffee with a purchase of any sandwich. Wow, look at this Porsche coming up. Brad Palmer's truck says it's 18 up there. Well, it feels like mid-20s. There's no breeze, no clouds, the sun bearing straight down on me. Beautiful car. There's the Danforth Music Hall. Maybe a smaller act is playing with that little truck in front of it. Sometimes you get those giant tour buses. September 20th. SYML, whoever that is. Hey Johnny, you should come out to St. John's, Newfoundland. There's an idea, Luke. Hopefully we can get there at some point. No, Lisa, the mic is not doing its AI noise blocking thing.
Food's decent, and they have a good selection of booze and it's
St. John's, Newfoundland. Sounds normal to me. Well, we've been live for 42 minutes. Bloor Viaduct, downtown, straight ahead. All right, let me think. Have I more recently gone by Riverdale Park East in a stream or the Bloor Viaducts? Whichever one I've done most recently, we will do the opposite. I think it was only 2 weeks ago I went along Gerrard to Broadview and then came up to Danforth. Yeah, so I guess we're going across the Bloor Viaduct today. Because I've done Riverdale Park somewhat recently.
Maybe stop listening to Patrick Bet Davis podcast.
Maybe we'll go on the other side of the street. Chris says, good afternoon, Toronto. Lisa's going to Danforth Music Hall in a few weeks. There's a 504 King streetcar. Karen on the Humber just got back from Sheridan Mall on Wilson. I feel like it was this year I was up there doing a video. All right, Brent, if I'm in the area, we'll see if I can make it happen. There goes a 505 Dundas streetcar west. Gotta be careful here riding your bike. I've almost seen a few people taken out by cars that didn't obey the signs. And there's an old school on the left, now an adult learning center. Back in the day, I used to do a Hidden Toronto series. They weren't always titled that, but they were along those lines, and I did a walk through there leading to Riverdale Park. I also did on the other side of the viaduct, the Rosedale, or the Rosedale Valley steps that led behind the art school down into the valley. I did the the Liberty Village Trail. Maybe I should fire that up again. I did those steps on Millwood in Leaside. I did the Secret Beach next to the R.C. Harris water treatment plant. I did a whole series. Man, I just kind of stopped doing it. Maybe I ran out of hidden or secret places. I don't know. That's now the City Adult Learning Center. And yes, you can cut right through that property to the back and end up in Riverdale Park. Greetings, Sheldon. Are these all on YouTube? Most of them. I've had a few videos disappear over the years. I know one in particular disappeared because I found it in my archives and it's dated, and I went to my video section and it was gone, and I do not remember deleting it. There's a look south on the Don Valley parking lots and the financial district looming in the background. This is the Prince Edward Viaduct. So we are no longer on Danforth Avenue. We're now on Bloor Street East. My neighborhood way off in the distance. Yonge and Eglinton. Some say young and eligible. What about not so young? Found most of them stuff to watch tonight. Thank you, James. I started watching a movie last night, Margin Call. It's a Kevin Spacey movie. It also has the guy from that TV show, You. And I gotta say, they kind of nailed the office working environment to a T in that movie. I'll probably watch the rest of it tomorrow night after I do the Sunday Night Stumbles. SG says, please share your thoughts on the Ontario Relief Line Bridge over the DVP. Do I have thoughts on that? Given the routing of the line, unfortunately they didn't build the Leaside Bridge like they did this Bloor Viaduct. This was built way before the subway came to town, with the idea that it could accommodate the subway. But the one over the valley in Leaside was not built with that future upgrade in mind. So the alignment wasn't ideal with that bridge anyways. So they're building a new bridge that goes from the Leaside side over to, well, I guess the south side of the Don River. I'm not sure what the impacts on that. I know they've had to expropriate a few homes on one of the sides. That's kind of one of those necessary evils for the greater good kind of thing. as long as the people were fairly compensated. I have not been out on my e-scooter in quite a while. Just reading your comment, Morgan. You watched a French-Canadian film, Detention. It's wicked fun, women in prison movie. All right. We'll have to check it out. Jeff Kennedy. Hey, when it rains, it pours. A couple of super chats coming in. Let me get my sweaty paws. Get my screen under control. Treat yourself. I haven't been to Toronto since I was 16. You are now 66. Jeff Kennedy. Well, hopefully you can at least virtually visit Toronto through these streams. Thank you so much for the support, Jeff. It is definitely appreciated. And Rocky LaFuedo, long time. Keep up the great work. Enjoy a cold IPA. Rocky LaFuedo. Hope you are doing well all the way. You're still in Brampton, right? Well, thank you, Rocky, as well. Where I am going tonight, there will be many a cold IPA. That's for damn sure. I haven't had a cold one in a while. Well, last Friday, but that doesn't really count. I was drinking Michelob Ultras, I think. I'm completely over the cold. Today's not a workout day, which means green light to just drink as I please. Should be a fun night. Got a guest list into an event. And you can hear a subway rumbling underneath the viaduct right now. Rocky says still in Brampton, but looking elsewhere. Well, good luck with the hunt, Rocky. Hope you're happy wherever you end up. Look at all those cyclists. That guy just... Everyone's overtaken her, which is good. She's riding to the right. There's enough room if you ride in a considerate manner for people to pass you. Mind you, I don't hear many bells ringing as they pass her. Who knows, maybe they're verbally letting her know on your left. Lisa says, let me guess, a retro night. Well, if it wasn't a retro night, I wouldn't know what the hell any of the damn songs were. Peter says, just, or so you know, getting vaccinated, COVID and flu, several medical appointments, some other busy stuff in the early fall may keep you from seeing stumbles. Well, Peter, always take care of yourself first, right? There is not a thing in the universe more important to a person than their own health. But we look forward to seeing you back. And even if others rely on you, and there's other people you care about, still take care of yourself first. They will be better off for that too. Hashtag no shit, Sherlock. That's about as deep as I get. In the Rosedale Heights Secondary School. So this is where there's a staircase right behind this school. A very sketchy staircase that leads down, and one of that leads down to the valley. Because when they built this high school, they didn't have an athletic field, or there was no room to put one up here. So there's one all the way at the bottom. And TDSB has done that school's principal dirty. They had a longtime principal who was 1 year off from retirement. and they relocated him to another school, and it caused quite the uproar. I don't know if they righted that wrong or not, but I think he was well liked by the faculty and students, and he'd had a very long career without incident. Why not just let the guy retire and spend his last year at a place where he's comfortable, and they can transition to a new principal rather than throw him to a new school, which is going to have to readjust after a year. And the neighborhood Rosedale to the south of here is quite famous for its big, beautiful, expensive homes. But this street on the left is really an extension of it. Castle Frank. There's a gate. What's up, Alex?
Nice, right.
Hey.
What's going on, man? Snipe.
There's Alex.
A successful snipe.
We've been sniped.
Yep.
Wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh no, I want to cross.
Oh, right.
I want to be on this side. What am I doing? Square Boy says the principal of the thing. Morgan says the indie singer Sarah, whose show had people. Oh, I got the walk sign.
Wow. Walked all the way from Pape, I saw.
Yep.
Just a minute ago, was crossing here. I see a dingus cyclist. He didn't even stop. He just ran through the red lights. I just yelled, "You're supposed to stop!" Like looked at me and just like left, like he didn't give a shit or something.
On that side?
Yeah.
Yeah, people always do it on that
Yeah.
side.
Like normally I wouldn't yell, but I did it because what an asshole.
Greetings, Colin M.
Second last day of summer.
Hi everyone, I'm late. I didn't get a notification. Yeah, what you should do is click the bell, unclick it, and then re-click it. And hopefully that'll fire up the notifications again. Greetings, James Cohen. Welcome to the live stream. I'm not sure where we're going. Maybe just to Yonge and Bloor. Jonathan says, love from Trinidad and Tobago. Lisa says you've done it on that side. Truth be told, I might have done it when the camera isn't on me. But I certainly haven't done anything like that in a very long time. You got to practice what you preach. And the fact that people kind of recognize me.
Probably walking Johnny for a little bit here. I just came from Greenwood Yard. TTC was having like an open house for United Way at the Greenwood Yard. So I was just there with Sapan and a few other guys, and I got recognized by Sanjay in Kingston.
Oh, he was there?
Yeah, he was there.
Oh, I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
Wander Your Woods. Hi, Johnny. Great afternoon. Greetings, Wander Your Woods. Thank you for tuning in. Well, I went to the Pape Village block party.
I wasn't actually too interested in going. Yeah, I was on the shuttle bus on my way to Greenwood, and I was gonna have a bus. The guy behind me said, "You're on Johnny's video." And it's like, yeah, I was several. And then he said his name and was Sanjay in Kingston.
What's he doing in Toronto?
I have no idea, but I saw that Sanjay, if you're watching this, hello, nice seeing you earlier. He was with his son. He was also going to Greenwood, and then he saw me again, this time with Sapan. So yeah, I did a video there. I just hit 4,000 subscribers.
Oh, neat. Congrats.
Thank you very much, Johnny. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, Colin. Lisa says it's not always an active entrance. Sorry, I was about to reply to someone. I lost my train of thought. Wander Your Woods. Thank you.
Great.
Oh well, I guess I was about to say something, but I completely forgot. Sorry about that, guys. So we're gonna get an awesome view in a second. It's even better in the fall when all the leaves start changing colors, but it's pretty good. You can see the elevated, I want to call it a tunnel, but I don't think that's the right word for it. What do you call that thing?
Yeah, this is a covered bridge.
Covered bridge. That sounds better than elevated tunnel.
Yeah, so what happened is that when they were constructing the Lower Danforth subway in the mid-1960s, originally they were going to have this open cut, but then the residents here at St. Jamestown didn't.
Yeah,
didn't
I've
like
heard that story.
Yeah.
And, well, Rosedale
Yeah,
complained about it, so it ended up,
yeah. So they decided to just cover that shit up.
because you can't tunnel underneath where we are now because we are
Yeah.
going over the valley ourselves.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go, covered bridge. Sounds a lot better than elevated tunnel, which makes no sense, because if it were a tunnel, it would be subterranean, wouldn't it? Lisa says concrete. All right, we've cracked the 1 hour mark, so maybe we'll just go to Yonge and Bloor.
That seems easy. I still need to get something to eat. I'll wait it out though. I'm actually starving, but probably head down to the Eaton Center after that.
All right, this is Parliament Street. Chris Mill says tube thing. Roll music, you were just here. Well, I was here a few weeks ago. The Cabbagetown Festival was taking place just to the south.
I skipped out on that festival. I can't remember. Actually, you know what? I can't remember what the hell I did last weekend. Oh my god. Oh man, I did so much. I think I went to TIFF. Oh no, that was 2 weeks ago. I am confusing myself. There's been so many events happening around the city.
The UPS truck, new, that's an Asian supermarket across the street. You wish you didn't remember what you did last weekend? I was a bit under the weather. I went to Hemingway's on Friday
That's
with a
very
few
good
friends.
place. I went there twice. It's very good. It's very nice, of course. Or rather, very nice weather we've been having. Now 17 degrees Celsius. Johnny's wearing jeans. Well, I'm not. Last day of summer is tomorrow. Spring into fall. All the leaves here will be changing into their fall colors. I can imagine this area is going to be really nice.
James says, how many beers at Hemingway's? Just 2 or so. All right, Jeff Kennedy,
October.
thank you so much for your support earlier in the stream, Jeff. Thank you very much.
We're walking west here on the north side of Bloor Street East, just like Johnny Strides. This came from Greenwood Yard.
Mark M says, are we buffering here? I don't think so. I've got a full signal. That must just be you, Mark. I think the Jays play tonight after 7. Hopefully they get back on the winning track.
Yeah, I'm hearing they kicked
Rosedale
coach
Ravine
Nash.
Valley has some cool little city woods to wander? It does. I did a video through the Yellow Creek Ravine about a month ago. Jonathan says, my wife and I watch your videos all the time here in the Caribbean. Amazing job. Thank you, Jonathan. And thank you to you and your wife.
The south side floor is the St. Jamestown neighborhood. It's actually the
Well,
densest.
speaking of couples, when I started this channel about 6-7 years ago, I was in a little community online of people that were all kind of starting up YouTube channels, helping out one another. And there was a channel, a Canadian couple called This Is Our Retirement.
Oh, wow.
And we even changed or ended up replying to one another at a few notices or a few moments. But sadly, one half of that couple passed away a few days ago.
Oh, no.
His name was Norm. So if you go to their channel, This Is Our Retirement, I think she's still continuing on with the channel, but sad stuff.
Wow.
Rest in peace, Norm. It was a lot of fun watching your channel grow because we were both really small and we started around the same time, and I think we're around the same, at least number of subscribers wise, and I think they were like the biggest kind of traveling retired couple from Canada on YouTube.
Interesting stuff.
So sad stuff. Rest in peace, Norm.
Yeah, there's the new Glenbrook pedestrian bridge. I was walking that with Sapanda a few months ago. Shortly after it opened.
Yeah, Sweet Pea, that is Alex.
I was at your service.
Lisa says 6 days ago. There's the new pedestrian bridge connecting Rosedale to Bloor Street and St. Jamestown.
Right beneath us, actually. And there's more Street. That's some of the condos that have been built around here in St. Jamestown. And look, there's Rosedale Valley Road. Oh, whoa, they have a ramp here too. People with wheelchair devices can actually use that bridge now.
Are you narrating your own video?
Yep.
Okay, can we separate a little bit?
Oh.
Because my viewers, it's getting a little confusing.
Oh, sorry.
Because your audio is coming through on my stream.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about that.
No worries. I'm just having trouble concentrating a little bit. But this is Bloor Street East. But thank you to almost all 400 of you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and all that fun stuff. So we started at Pape Village. I think tomorrow there might be rain in the forecast, so I'm probably not going to go live tomorrow. Maybe I'll get out and make a rain video. Jillian Felix says, Johnny, one of the cast members from Grey's Anatomy, passed away. I was not aware of that. And we get the sounds of Sherburne and Bloor coming up. Someone playing some tunes. I don't know if that's coming from a car. All right, I've got to mute it for a sec. I think it's this dude in the Morgan, in 1999, I played guitar and sang in Toronto, danced on Electric Circus, Late Night with Mike Bullard, CTV, made a movie, Letters to a Street Child, NFB. Morgan, thank you so much for the super chat. Sounds like you made a hell of a lot of awesome memories in Toronto. And maybe you got to meet Erica M. and some of the Electric Circus crew. Say what you will of the music on that show, but that was a legendary part of Toronto history. Thank you so much, Morgan, for the super chat and sharing your stories. I'll have to check out that movie at some point. So I think we're just going to carry on to Yonge and Bloor. Greetings to Pand. That's why you love this show so much. You fell in love with these streets. I've always been fascinated with the city in general and watching all the changes take place. Some for the better, some not so much. But even when things change and you don't like the way they changed, it still invokes those happy memories of how they were and the times you may have had and experienced. So it's not always a bad thing. And even if things didn't change, you can't bring those memories back anyways. This is Mount Pleasant Road coming up. Cross, cross, cross. It's red lights all around. Colin, welcome to Silver Tier. Thank you, Colin. Thank you so much for the support. Welcome to membership, Colin. There's a look down Mount Pleasant. Lisa says change is inevitable. And I think me and Ken are both kind of skyscraper junkies. So for better or worse, we like craning our necks up and looking up at buildings with cranes towering over the sky. I often feel really sad when I see how poorly condos are designed at street level and the loss of excellent retail replaced by these giant generic retail outlets replacing them. But then I look up and I feel a little happy. So maybe I'm a hypocrite, I don't know. Like just up ahead we can see One Bloor West rising. That replaced a beautiful old building that housed Stolleries. But would I trade Stolleries for One Bloor West? Yes, in a heartbeat. There is no question that that was a massive upgrade. Plus, it's right at the nexus of the busiest subway station in all of the land, Bloor Yonge Station. So if you're not going to build tall and dense there, where are you going to do it? And you can see One Bloor West lurking right behind One Bloor East. This is Ted Rogers Way. There's the headquarters of the evil empire Rogers. But they did buy out the Apple TV exclusive rights to the game last night. So if you have access to Sportsnet, you would have seen the J game. They ponied up to play a horrible game. Jeanette Morales, holy cow, Jeanette. Wow, wow, wee, wah, wah. Thank you, Jeanette, gifting 5 channel memberships. Chris, the Pepsi driver, Joe DLS, Gabriella, Otterly, and Ashley. Welcome aboard to membership, all 5 of you, and thank you so much, Jeanette. How nice and kind of you that was. Thank you, Jeanette, and welcome aboard. If you are new to membership, check out the community tab You can see all the posts and updates there, as well as members exclusive videos will be under the video tab. Speaking of which, I still have to do 1 or 2 for this month. I have a few that I never uploaded from last month. I'm not sure what to do with them. I've got an Airbnb video from the Quebec City place I stayed at I never uploaded. I've got a cycling video I never uploaded. That happens. Sometimes they end up on a B-side if you're a music artist, or if you're me, they're supposed to end up on the Stumbles channel. But I kind of stopped doing that there. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with them. On the right, the beautiful Manufacturer's Life Insurance building. Utterly free, thanking Jeanette for the membership. Now you get that cool little badge beside your name. I try to duplicate all those benefits on Patreon, but the one thing I can't do is get you that little badge. I think that lady was giving this driver the finger. I think a few cyclists had to ring their bell at them as well. Oh, the smell of pizza is in the air. No, you don't, Gertej. It's appreciated, but nobody needs to. Now extra cool with that badge. I think YouTube's trying to create a bit of a FOMO with that badge. If you don't have it, that fear of, oh, I don't have it. That's Alex rocking the, how do you say those shoes? Saucony or Saucony?
I think it's Saucony.
Sauconys.
Yeah. My dad actually gave these to me.
He still likes the energy of that lady who was flipping the bird.
Yeah. Normally,
Gertej just ate pizza from Popular Pizza. I don't know where that is, Gertej.
Normally I would wear my Nikes, but I'm just alternating between shoes. The Nikes I got were actually... Oh, how come it's... Never mind, hold on. Yeah, as I was saying, normally I would wear my brand new Nikes, which I actually got from Vancouver last month. Actually, it was in Richmond. But I alternate between different pairs. So now the Nike ones are actually dirty because walking with them out and about. So.
Neat. Butterly. Hello, Johnny Lads. Laces. Where's my Dubliners? I don't know of any viewers from Dublin. But thank you all the same for tuning in and joining. I'm sure there's some viewers from Dublin. We've had some viewers from Northern Ireland before who've weighed in on the chat. I know it's not the same. Welcome aboard. The guy's t-shirt said Bird Nerd on it. Do I drink Rickford? I can't say I do. But we are getting close to Blue or Young.
We're dying and overdose.
Solid driving by that lady. It's a very lively, animated conversation going on across the street. Hey, we've cracked 400 viewers. Thank you so much, guys. Subway, TTC to the right. Royal Bank as well. Guy with no sense of space. Could I ever get an enclosed scooter? I don't know, probably not. No offense to people that have one. It just doesn't seem like my cup of tea.
Oh, come on, look, there's another door.
All right, so we're at Bloor Yonge. We haven't quite gone to the 90-minute mark. Maybe what we'll do is we'll go south and just head down to Wellesley Station and we can finish there. How's that? We'll get a little bit of Yonge Street action in on the stream. As we look up. I'm going to Wellesley, I think.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head to the subway. I'll probably head down to the Eaton Center. I gotta get coming too.
All right, there's Alex Gets Around TO.
Yeah.
Congrats on the 4K subs.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Sorry if I interfered on your video.
No, it's just.
You have a complicated audio setup, so I mean.
Well, I was trying to chat and there was dual audio going on.
Okay.
But it's
I
all
don't
good.
know. You may get a phone call from me tomorrow night. I'm not too sure.
All right, well, good to see you, sir.
Good to see you too, man. Take care.
Enjoy your lunch. Cheers. That's Alex Gets Around TO. Wander Your Woods says Stollery's was a beautiful building. It was. But this is a very, very exciting project. Unfortunately, the anchor tenant was supposed to be Apple. And as much as I'm not a fan of that particular company, I think that's kind of a perfect spot for a flagship store of that nature. Let's make sure we're not blocking any emergency vehicles. Carry our ass across the street. And that is why I sped up and ran across the street. But we'll get a little taste of Yonge Street action. This is south. That's me.
If you watch your videos,
Oh, awesome.
used it to like navigate Niagara Falls, everything.
Awesome.
Your stuff's awesome.
Does he want to be on the
Sing after
stream?
you.
We're live right now.
Okay. Wait.
Oh, you shy?
He's been taken after you, so he's filming anything. He's been
Awesome.
like, let's watch your show.
Awesome. Your name?
Chad.
Well, nice to meet you. Cheers.
Okay.
Guess he's a little shy, but the obligatory friendly viewer comment. Yeah, Tridel has taken over the project. But yeah, Stollery's was nice, but this is kind of exactly what you need for a prominent street corner with the busiest subway station in all of the land right there. And There is something afoot. 4 police cars, 2 lit up. Parked in the, oh, were they doing a seizure of the shroom room? Maybe that's what's going on. That's where the cop is in front. So the police play whack-a-mole with these things because they're not legal. So I don't know how long that's been there. That medicinal dispensary. But usually when they're parked the wrong way, that kind of signifies there was some kind of emergency. And it was just a matter of, I need to park and get out now. So I might be completely wrong. There might be something else happening there that just so happens to coincide with that mushroom dispensary. And that was my first guess. But fortunately, I don't see an ambulance, so hopefully nobody was physically harmed. Anytime I see emergency lights, that's the priority, or at least my main concern. Oh, what a nice day to ride a double-decker bus. Nice view from that second floor. Neville says you're supposed to stop and wait for the ambulance or fire truck. It was so far away when I was crossing. I was well on the other side by the time it came. That one girl was just lollygagging. Do you think they were running late for lunch at the Korean Grill House? Don't put it past them, I guess. There's a building I once insured in a former life. That was, I don't know if it still is, but at least was owned by the Church of Scientology at one point. Oh, we've got a flurry of more sirens. I see sirens straight ahead. That sounds like a fire truck. And it turned eastbound onto Bloor. Chrismo says they love their real estate. Vacant building. That was one of those, hey boss, I don't think we should really be insuring this building. And it was one of those, I know, but have you seen the size of the account? I would get fired if I said that while I was working there, but that was over 10 years ago, so I don't really give an F. Confidentiality, whatevs. All right, Jeanette, have a nice day. Thank you so much for gifting the 5 channel memberships. Man, what a beautiful day this has turned into. More sirens. They sound like they're over around church. Q ramen. The wind has picked up a little bit. I wonder how long the Peachy, or how well that place is doing. It seems kind of full. There was an aroma there. That didn't last too long. Korean Premium Dessert Cafe. It is packed. They're doing well. Sweatshirt and shorts kind of weather. Yeah, it's the kind of weather you can't really go wrong. If you wear shorts and a t-shirt, jeans and a light hoodie, you'll feel great one moment and too hot or too cold the next, but never that uncomfortable. This is Wellesley coming up. Pokey Poke, the halal guys. Hey, we're almost at 500 viewers. Should we go down one more to college, or should we finish here? Karen on the Humber having a shepherd's pie. Christos has steaks to grill. Well, enjoy grilling the steaks, Christos. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna call it a day here. I got some things to get done, including finishing off a video for tomorrow. One more to college. Sorry guys, we're gonna finish. I'll come back and we'll revisit Yonge Street again. Of course we will. I'm gonna pop into Wellesley. Krista says F Tim Cook and all the tech bros that kissed Trump's ring. Yeah, didn't he give Trump a very personalized gift? And let's not forget that he didn't just kiss Trump's ring. He kissed Winnie the Pooh's ring when he got rid of Jon Stewart. He's been a friend of dictators for a while. He's also done the thing Steve Jobs wouldn't have done, and that's been very complacent. But anyways, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I want to thank our mods, Patreon supporters, channel members, and everyone else. Huge thanks to everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when I go live next. And thank you again, just to everyone. And that was Alex Gets Around TO, who tagged along for a bit. And happy belated birthday to Ken Continuum. Peter Bradfield says, before I go, you're down 110 pounds from January. Holy cow, Peter. You are down a small human. Congrats on that. All right, Mark M, Random Travels, Yogi, Mark D, Jonathan, Christos, Sapand, Marge, Medano, Yogi, our mods, thank you. Chris Mills, Zach McNally, Neville, and everyone else. Stay safe, guys. I'll be live probably tomorrow on the Johnny Stumbles channel at 8 p.m. And then we'll be live on this channel Monday or Tuesday, probably. All right. Have a good night, guys. Yoink. As I fumble to get my thing going here.